Hi, good everyone. Today is the 25th of January 2023, and I'm happy. I'm happy because I've really gone um, a long way ever since I started this dannyokec gist. I mean, if anyone would ever tell me I would go this far doing this series, I wouldn't believe. I've learned lots of lessons. There are so many things I wish I would have done better. Um, I hadn't known before now. So I don't have grudges in myself, but I've also learned a whole lot. Every single day I come out, I try to say something, try to share an experience of mine, try to make it like a personal section where I get to like impact, and maybe today I'll be doing more of hearing from you guys in the comment section. Okay, so to start with, I started having this. I think you must have seen it because I share it often. Started having the swimming classes as of 2 days ago. Because I mean, I was like, there's a pool. I just merely go there to act like I'm baiting. I rarely swim, so I wanted to try to see if I could swim. And it was very funny because I knew nothing about swimming, and I started asking myself, okay, what if something bad happens? There are a lot of sirens playing into my head, so I started trying to see how I could swim. Um, Stayed in the water the first time. I think I now understood I was having this fear of drowning. I never knew I had a phobia. I never knew I liked my life that much. And first dipped in my head into the water. Um, I don't know. It was really really scary, especially when I did, and I did not I didn't prepare for it the first time. Like normally I'm able to juke my head in the water little little, but I wanted to swim, so I didn't really prepare to like hold my breath. I wasn't even aware those things were a rule. It's always been me and a floater. I think that's how they call it. So I put my head inside the water, and oh man, come mystically breathing. The whole thing entered straight to my medulla. I was shut down for a few minutes. I feel I don't really die. I don't even have to put my, like I was really lucky it's not even a downside. So I could actually stand and this water would be at my chest or stomach. So I stood up immediately. You'll be like, sir, sneak fit now, no, no. And I had a whole lot of headache. But I just told myself, okay, fine, let me try again. Got into the water again, tried putting my head. I don't even know how to swim. So there I just was inside my head. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to figure out. And I wasn't at the high side. So then I took out my leg, like when you are on the water right now, right? And I lie down and then I try to stretch my leg. Let it just look like I'm sleeping inside the water. So I was hoping maybe I'll just start floating and the way they do it, I'll just start swimming. As I shook my head straight, before I know the way the water enter my eye. I couldn't feel again unless I don't dey drown. And so I put my hand quickly, come and shout, Jineke, Jesus. Like I was really scared. I think I don't need to die. And then I came down and cleaned my eyes again. I thought it's waiting to happen because I'm a very stubborn person. I kept going back. I said, you know what? I just have to sit down and try to see if I can, study up each process. I wish I could actually have a pics mix of what the whole experience was. But maybe in future I'll be able to have a team that will go even down into the water to video. But I mean, I only had some of the video from the top, so you won't really understand much. But you can go through the videos I uploaded while I was swimming. You'll be able to see what it is like. So I now lay down again, and this time around I told myself, okay, I'll swim. So I was moving my leg, my hand, my leg. Like I don't even have a direction. Like I don't really know that when you're swimming, two things: you make sure you put your hand up, and then like on the floor right now, gravity holds you, so your leg is constantly on something. Maybe at the floor, which is on the ground. If you're climbing up anywhere, there's always something to put your leg on, right? That is how you move your leg on a substance or on something solid material. So now when you're on water, you can't obviously move with your legs, right? So somehow you need to learn that the only way you can move it if you put part of you down, which is inside the water, and then the other part of you that is outside, you try to control the current. If assuming is just basically trying to control certain current of the water, towards where you're going. So if I want to go this way, I want to control the current. I want to push out the current like this while propelling myself front. But these were things I did not know at the beginning. So there I was stretching my hand at my head, left, right. Don't even know what to, don't even know how to really move. And then again, this one I learned better. So my mouth was, and my nose was, and I was like moving it, but my eyes was where I had issues. I don't know if I had issues in my eyes. I'm not aware of it. But I discovered I had a very sensitive eyes because once the water comes in, it becomes a problem. And then I came out and I told myself I want to learn how to swim. I said, okay, what is the problem? This time around I would try to be more free. I told myself if not die, I might die. So I entered inside the water and then I held the stair that leads you to the pool, held it down, so I took my head inside. I just told myself I'm going to count 30, you know, and what to let it just be. So I started counting 1, 2, 3. My head was inside the water. 4, 5, 6, 7. Normally if I did outside, I'd feel hold my breath for long. But when I was inside the water trying to hold my breath, so as if the pressure like was holding me much. Like say when I need this water, no, 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 I need this air rather, I need this air. My lungs were all begging for water, for air rather. So I was not really used to having or holding my breath for that long. So there I was trying to like hold my breath for a longer time. And when I even reached 13, it be like saying my body won't divide into two. Now I rush climb the stairs, put my head outside. And then I made a very big mistake that also cost me my brain again because I never knew that once you come out from the water, you should do was like pour out all the water in your nose because while you're in the water, even if you were not breathing in water, some waters are entering your nose straight. So the moment you come out of the pool, you're supposed to breathe out everything with first, and I wasn't aware of it. So there I was, as I breathed down, the whole water was just dey close to my nose enter my head. Che, now there I just did as I hold this stairs. I don't know, I fall carry my back for the pool. Che, I was really lucky they were there. The whole water just enter. I won't die. So a guy was there, he just jumped in, brought me out. I say, gosh, sure. Thank God say I get visitor, the person there around. So imagine say na only me then I sat for don't die. So I know near this pool again. So I stepped out a bit, relaxed more, and I said, so if he wasn't around, I would have just died. Right. Then I now started looking at the water. I said, waiting for really make me die. Like the water is not even that deep because I was still at the is it 3 feet side or the 4 feet side. I could easily just stand up. So why was I acting like I wanted to die? Why was it like I was helpless? Why was I drinking unnecessary water? Like why am I belly 2 seconds if I don't as that would have been the end of me for 4 feet. We be start for your stand up. Then I discovered the real truth on why people can't swim. It's fear, the fear of drowning, and it's also the fear of I could die. So there I was again. I said, okay, you know what? I'll go. So I said, I'll go down. I beg, no go again. I said, I'll go. More of the watch, but more do am. And then this time around, I entered the water. I wanted to move, and then somebody just told me that stubborn people die easily. You need to sit and think a bit, like you're just doing too much. And then I stood in the water, and I said, "Okay, do you guys know how to swim? I'm a tutorial kind of person, so I'll go to you to check tutorial." So when I entered, and I discovered something, because I do breath work. I do breath work, like you hold your breath for some time, you breathe out. I do. I think they call it chakra. Chakra. That's what it's called. I do chakra. I do yoga. I try to. That was when I used to be lean. I try to, take in air, breathe in the, the breathe in the, sorry, take in air and breathe out the negative energy. So I kind of take in the positive energy from the surrounding, breathe in and then take out the negative energy. So I know how to do breath work. And then while I was inside the water, and I tried to take in a whole lot of energy, and the moment I do that, the moment it's as if I take in a whole lot of energy, oh man, you be like say my body can dey swell up. I come say, oh boy, no floater. Show up as your belly, like this your stomach now is a floater. Your lungs are floater. Like once there's enough air inside your stomach, you start floating. I was like, okay, okay. So if there is enough air in your system, you're able to float. So when you start drowning, it's two ways. It's when the air starts leaving your system. So I'm not like, okay, fine. So I'll breathe in and as if I'm a bit floating, and I breathe out as if I'm coming down a bit. I breathe in. So I started practicing my breath work inside the water. I discovered that once there's enough air inside of me, I'm lighter. And then that made sense to me. The concept of waterproof, or the concept of what is it called again? Getting something, you put enough air on it, put it on the water, that thing will float. When you still take out a whole lot of water from it, I don't know. What I'm trying to say in that essence is sometimes enough air in it is able to float, just like balloons. The pressure inside there is what make balloons propel. So then I started breathing in a whole lot. And while I was breathing in, I was, having some stomach. Now this time around, I now breathe in, hold it, then I enter inside the water again. So right now, I already have so much air inside my system. It's no longer me just holding the air. Like before, the concept was I would just hold my breath, enter inside the water, come out, enter again, come out. But this time around, I will not take care. Enter. So when I enter again, this time around, there's now me want to away air, not be me want air. Before I would hold my breath, and once I enter, if I come out from the swimming pool, I want to breathe all the air I can breathe in the world, right? But this time around, I've taken so much air, and if I come out again, I want to exit all that air that I've swallowed, that I've held in my system. I want to pull all of them out. So even if there's water stuck to my nose or anywhere, it pulls that. And then I started getting to understand, okay, this is how you do it. So I got the floater and I stayed inside the floater. Then I was now floating. And um then this was when I was alone towards the afternoon. Like I was just alone. And I started floating. Part of me was like, okay, fine, call someone to be around. Part of me was like, okay, fine. Now I'm gonna keep using the floater. I mean, they don't want me where to try to come out that floater something see me alone. And I was just there. Then I breathed in. I started imagining all the things I want to achieve, all the good things. I see myself in CNN, being featured in BBC. I started seeing myself achieving a whole lot. Being that billionaire. Beautiful, handsome, focused, intelligent. I started imagining a lot of sweet things. My eyes were closed. I'd already smoked the blunt before then, so boy, the whole thing just sweet. So I can't cruise there for this life. Just they look up, sun not come to the shine, just they look the sky, say, just imagine inside the private jet. Oh man, the whole body just dey sweet me, just on top of that. Before I open my eye, I don't go that high place, that highest one. That one is like 9 feet. It's okay. Hold yourself, hold yourself. Stretch you. I say, okay, I don't let the place very high. Oh. And like this, they don't they call me all this, you know, um, all this my water, all this my girls so I don't break their hearts. I don't know which of them from my water. I don't know which of them they related to easy one. I say, hey, they don't finally push me. Make a near where I do water, my do water drown. I say, okay. And there I was. I was so scared as hell. I was for one move again, go be like I want for I said, I only one float I put. So there it was on my hand. I won't come to come let's say the floater won't come for my hand like this come escape. I said, no, I hold the floater. Like you're not gonna leave me, I'm not gonna leave you. And there I was shivering. I was just running temperature, even if the water was so cold. My heart was racing too fast. I said, Chi, what I could do? Chi, what I could do? I said, okay. I said, let me do back leg. Let me use my leg and push myself back. I started pushing my leg back. Because I said, I want to lie down. Any little thing I make me bless, say, bless, I won't carry, I won't lie down. I go on fence. I said, hey! I said, okay, I'm not on my phone. I have an Apple Watch. I have an Apple Watch. So I was on my watch. I said, I don't die today. How will I call? Because if I was on my watch, I would just use my watch and just look for anybody's number, call them and just look, please, oh, be calling on Apple. I want to die. And someone come, but there was nobody there. God, I won't did there. I don't really think. I might just close my eye. Imagine, say, a day, like I'm in my computer right now and I'm working. Imagine, say, I don't did this pull again because I don't believe in I made a 9 feet. My leg wasn't touching the floor. I was on top of water. Hi. I won't faint. And the funny thing was, I don't know how to move left. I don't know how to move right. So I was just there. Hi, God, I couldn't do it. I don't even, no, I'm not sure I eased myself. Hot piece hold me there. I won't collapse. So there I was, I just told myself that you know it, you don't be. At least I tried to update my will this year. And they don't know how to share things among everybody in the family. They will chi I can't do it. So you know what? I'm just gonna stay here and I'll keep shouting. And it was really very embarrassing. So someone came in and then they said, say, sir, any problem? I said, yes. They said, how gonna help you? I can't swim. I said, you can't swim. I said, don't bother because what I'm holding now is a floater. So if you can't swim, don't even near here because there's no other floater close. So you don't enter here to save me that floater that's already at the middle of this thing. And something happens to you. So they sent, I think it was it rope or whatever they was it no, it wasn't rope, it was this our pole, stick. This stick is put in the pool. So they gave me the stick and I held it. And I came out. When I came out, I was so embarrassed. I was laughing at first, but I was so embarrassed. And how did I even say that thing in Igbo? Unyike Dikagi, or is it Ukobra Dikagi? It basically just means big man like you, like you're shouting, you can't swim. And I told my sister, it's not about big man. Oh. If I die, I don't die. Big man no day for water. And then I stayed and I started imagining so many wrong things. What if armed robbers were robbing around and they came in and I could hide at the pole? Because I wanted to have this what is it called again? Is it jet ski? No, it's not jet ski. Skydiver. So okay, I'm trying to have a skydive, jump from the plane and all that. So what if I had jumped like this? Not like this. I want to guy. I was like, why are you this scared? I started remembering so many things I wanted to do at the beginning that I couldn't do out of fear. And then I said, no, man, I must try. Now come on. I said, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna call people, right? So I'll call people. Let me see if they encourage me. Let me try back. So then I called people around, and said, okay, I better go. Are you guys busy? They said no, they were not busy. I said, please, come over to the, to the apartment. Then I had them come around, and they were just there looking at me. So, do you want to see? Okay, one was like, busy, but go, I'll teach you. And now I just entered and I started swimming at the pool. I said, you're doing your thing, you're swimming, you're not teaching me. It's okay, just put your hand and just do like this. I said, you're saying it now because you know how to do it, but I'm just new, so I don't know what to do. That thing you're telling me, just do like this. It's something that you learned out of experience. It's just like when someone is telling you if they drive, just put motor for drive now, hold your throttle, you turn to the left, you want like it's easy. Give somebody who hasn't drive, he start the car, put throttle. Now as the throttle, he's not used to it, has not been in that position before. He wants to move left, go to left, he wants to move right, go to right. Oh yeah, well accident. So I said, you are not teaching me. And at that point in time, I once stayed inside the water again, but this time I had complaints, so it was not like fun. Then I said, okay, let's try what it is like. We got an extra floater, and I was there. Everyone was not trying to teach me the little one they could, and there I was listening to everybody's concepts. Some would tell me this, some would tell me that. It became fun, and after then they left, and I did not really learn anything. So I basically just had company, and everybody telling me opinions, but I did not learn anything out of it. And then I stayed towards evening again. This was like 4 to 5, no, past 5 or thereabout, because it was now more quiet and cold. It's cold over here in Abuja. And then I entered the water again, and this time around I didn't call anybody, but I had started trying to understand why I was afraid. I wanted to figure out what was getting me scared. Why was I getting scared? Because at first I thought I would die at that 4 feet. Even if 4 feet was just something I could stand up. I was drinking water. I was almost, I forgot from there, I'd swallow water, die, go float, go at that place. That 9 feet side. Like there I was having so much fear for 4 feet. And I started wondering as well that I was actually doing fine while I was looking up, thinking about all the beautiful things I achieved. I was on that 9 feet. In fact, there were points when I was closing my eyes, I would just keep pushing water like this. I'll move my leg, and I was moving around. Not until I opened my eyes and see I don't do where they high. And that was when fear gripped me and I started having panic attack. So in a nutshell, it's not like my body is not capable of swimming. It's not like I'm not, able. It's not like it's not something I can achieve. But it's just basically that fear holding me. So this time around again, I went back because there are a lot of blunts, right? Like I would always tell you guys, um, alcohol make you do what you would want to do, you know. So I don't like drinking a whole lot. I have this fear on alcohol when it comes to swimming, because I've had lots of people talk about alcohol, almost killing them. When you drink alcohol, spirits, gas, whatever you drink in your system, that spirit is in your system. Like the alcohol, the spirit is in your system, right? It has, I think, how did they put it? It has more concentration. I don't know how they put it in science. But now you take alcohol that is more concentrated inside your system and you add the water, the pressure, your body won't be able to have that pressure to fight against the water. So that's why people who are drunk usually die or drown. It becomes difficult, when you're drunk to swim. In fact, they tell you if you're drunk, do not near the pool. So I was not like, okay, fine, I need something to give me that strength and that power. So I took up a blunt again. This time around, I started positioning my brain. I had gone through some videos on YouTube, see some people don't know how to swim. They started swimming. I started talking about lots of nice instances. And there's one video that caught my attention. The guy was like, he was really, really very scared. That one day he just told himself that, this time around he doesn't really care. If he wants to die, he should die. So he entered there. He said he even entered the water like suicide. And now he was not the one looking for, what is it called again? Death. So he entered inside the water. According to his story, he was like he wants to die. So when he entered inside, there he was at the pool. He entered and put his whole head inside. He said he just wants to die. So later on, oh boy, he got so much to realize he want to die. So then he started panicking, he started trying to move immediately. He couldn't. So he now opened his eyes. He just knew that was the end of him. So the only thing he could do, he just closed his breast, closed his eyes, and he just told himself, you know what? Let me just die. And that was when he now discovered that as his eyes was closed, his mouth was closed, he just carried his head up again. He had already floated on the water. And then he was breathing fresh air. And I was not like, I don't understand though. So now he was, closing his eyes and his nose and his mouth that he wants to die. It's not like he's floating on top. So that basically means that, then he entered again. He said that was how he was now moving. Before he knew, he was not the one looking for death in the pool. He couldn't. And that's said he's going to jump over a bridge, but then he wasn't able to do it. But he had learned that the ones you're in the water, if your mouth and your distance is closed, you're able to float. He was able to get over it, and his attempt at suicide, as his son who doesn't know how to swim, became him knowing how to swim. So from there, he just loved the sport. He really loved the sports, and now he's quite good and athletic on swimming. So I told myself that the problem I have is that panic attack and that fear, right? And I mean, if I can tell myself, no matter what it is, or whatever wants to happen, it should happen, and I'll be able to swim. Then I took up a blunt again, and I had this blunt, and then I started programming my mind that you know what, I'm going to be one of the best. I think the video is on my phone. I told someone to video. I said I'm going to be the best athlete. I'm going to be swimming in Mississippi. I'm going to be swimming in the Atlantic Ocean. They say, really? It's for Atlantic Ocean? No, I say that's total. I said, okay, fine. But I'm going to be swimming very well. So I took my phone at the poolside, watched the video of people who swim for fun, and I saw how beautiful it is. And I said, why can't I swim like that? I saw the way they move their body, the way it. I said, okay, so swimming is basically like skydiving, right? It's just that this time around on the air, you don't have any way to really prepare yourself that much. When in the water, you have an advantage to prepare yourself. So there I was just imagining right now that I was skydiving. So I entered the water again at the 4 feet. This time around, it was close to my stomach, something like close to my stomach. Then I stretched myself inside the water, right? I held the edges of the pool, put my whole head there, and I told myself I'm going to count 30. In one, count one, and I stayed there and I counted 1, 2, 3 to 30. And when I stood up, I poured out all the air, and this time around, I felt a bit better. I took my breath again for some time, tried it again, and it was beautiful. So what I did again, and I entered inside the pool again. But this time around, if I enter inside the pool, I would use one hand and try to see if I can be moving, try to move my leg. But the thing is, I don't even know how to move my leg. So I discovered, okay, fine, since I can't move my leg, how do I do it? I move my leg, it's just zigzag. There was nobody to teach me. And I said, okay, you know what, I'll just look for somebody who would teach me how to swim. So right now, I'm looking for an application on anybody who knows how to swim because I want to learn how to swim. The story did not end well. I have not still learned how to swim. So if you know how to swim in Abuja, you can recommend me to anybody that know how to swim. Please kindly reach out to me on the comment section or message me on WhatsApp. It is not a all good story. Today too, I still went to the swimming pool and I entered, but today was a bit better because when I got to the 9 feet side, I'm not a bit comfortable, right? I think since yesterday and today I've been a bit comfortable, or since yesterday evening and today I've been a bit comfortable. If I enter the water right now at that height, as long as I'm at okay, now I understand. I double my floater. So I double my floater, the pressure becomes high. In fact, there was this nice picture I took where I used two floater and I was just lying that. But I want to learn how to swim. And I want to also work on my weight too. I notice I'm really getting fat a bit and I'm not really happy about it. Not that I'm not really fat anyway. I think I'm chubby, but I'm having a very big stomach. So I uploaded a video today and someone told me I should take it down. It doesn't look good on me. And I took it down and then I went back to look the video and I started asking myself, what was so bad about it? And I just saw this man that has a very big stomach, flat nyash, look like one boiled. I don't know. Like I just look like one overfed. I don't want to use negative words on myself, but then I just felt so bad. And I looked and I said, when I was growing up, me with a six pack, so what could the hot? Like if you look at those, if you Google those my, pictures when I was coming up, six packs now, Miss Handsome, when you Abia State. Like look at me now, this guy is Master Abia State. Like everything was sweet and pecky. I love working out often, doing press up, lifting weights. Like I used to be sexy. In fact, if I'm talking to a woman, then I go on wind at me, so but on your chest, on your this guy is okay. But then I got to a point in my life I discovered that women is money. Like within your six packs, behind you, half of 1 billion, go Kopogi or wine you like you're gonna like I would in your front with my after 1 billion and my convoy with your six pack, your pink lips, your big chest. Now you go even they tell us, okay, thank you, sir. Because I had been in lots of positions then. I would see guys who were not like guys who were even taking my babes were guys who were not even that good. And something just told me, oh, by all those things. I mean, if women really loved that stuff, bounce house would have had the biggest game. Every bounce house would get like 12 girlfriend because women for the rush bouncers. So I just stopped working out and I started working more on, creating softwares. The problem with me is that I create softwares drinking champagne. This is one. I drink a bottle of champagne like almost every day. Now that's why I need to drink alcohol again. As of last year, there's a day that doesn't go by. I don't drink one bottle of champagne. If it's not Dom Perignon, it's Moet. If it's not Moet, it's Henny, maybe Visop, Cognac. I'm always taking alcohol. So I think that was what caused it. Because I sit down and I take alcohol consistently from the beginning of the day, working on my computer till almost the end of the day. So I think those things actually affected me and made me get a lot of body fat. So I'm going to start working out often. I want to join. There's this stuff someone sent to me one time on Instagram where they do weight loss in Abuja. I will go and sign up, and I will also resume gym. I think I would like to go where I can gym with other people. Just gymming, home gym don't really give you a whole lot of enthusiasm. There is no challenge to push through. So I think I would want to go to a social place to gym and work out. I feel it's going to be more beautiful that way. And so next time when I post my picture, people will repost it and not tell me to take it down. I know if he sees this video and he will message me and say, no, sir, it wasn't because of your stomach. It doesn't look good on you. But I've seen virtually all the celebrities because they said the celebrity, it's not nice. People will see you on your, because I was just putting on panties. Um, and yeah, my stomach, I was just basically, the days I was putting on was my pants. I've seen lots of videos of the video. I've seen Whiskey. I've seen so many celebrities, both African celebrities, US celebrities, and I've seen lots of them put on panties while swimming. Where I've seen Elon Musk has been captured. That was a picture of Elon Musk, at the beach putting on boxers. The same thing with Jeff Bezos. There was a time Zuckerberg posted a picture of him on the boxers. I mean, so but then I now discovered that all of them they get body weight, to get big stomach. So I said, okay, I'm gonna be walking down on my stomach and I'm gonna be fit. I mean, it's only in Africa where we're being told your big stomach means you're rich. So I think I would unsubscribe from that ideology. Okay, so that's my gist for today. I'm not giving you guys any big advice. I'm just giving you guys what my few days was like, and it was fun. So please share on the comment section where I can get someone that can help me learn how to swim. So when I start making videos, I'll be telling you guys how I swim from what's it called again? On Port Harcourt, Port Harcourt Shipport on to Lagos, Mandalas, and how I went from Mandalas to this thing. So you guys should, suggest. Okay, I want to be heading back to work. I have lots to do at the moment. I want to make an AdSense video. So I'm going to stop this one so I can move next. But this is my update. Tell me if you like my video now. I think I've learned quite a lot on how to increase the quality of the video. So I have my lights here, which is my lights here and my um I that was this light I was using. So I've got to my two light setup back and I'm using portrait mode on my or cinematic mode on my software. So right now I'm recording with cinematic mode. So I think it's preferable. I'm not even recording on my phone. I'm recording from a computer using Camo, and I'm using my microphone. So I think everything is better. When I started up this and okay gist, I think then it is been me just making the videos randomly. But something tells me before the year runs down, it's gonna be a very beautiful series. I'm thinking of creating a website for it specifically, so people can subscribe and watch the gists. And then when you refer people to subscribing to the okay gist, you also get something. So I'll think about that. Okay, so to then, thank you very much for following the gist. Like I said, not much of it in today. Give me your suggestions on the suggestion box.